Welcome to Lucky and Lukey. Today we're going on a road trip because the starter motor on the car broke again. We found a guy that has a replacement starter motor for the car. So we just did a 3-hour drive, we're finally here, and we're going to get the replacement starter that can actually work for the Rover.
We've got a replacement starter motor from Chris, who's really helpful. I've just had to change over the replacement 10 tooth to the 11 tooth from my original starter so that the teeth arrangement matches. I've just put some grease on here because it was binding up a bit and it was binding a lot on my old one as well. I actually had to forcibly take it off, which was very unfortunate. Okay, so now I should be able to do anti-clockwise to put it back on. And I've got to put it on firm enough that we can then see where the pin will go in for the split pin. So I need to get this down as far as possible. So I'm just going to screw all that in. Okay, I've got that on. Just putting the split pin back on, which holds this back in place. Now that we have it attached, so I'm going to just put the split back in. And I've just greased it because it was a bit hard to go on and off, at least harder than I would have liked. And then I think we're good to go and put this on the Rover so we can drive the Rover back and work on the rest of the actual car here before this storm starts. Because it looks like a big storm is brewing here in Sydney, Australia. That's it. Okay, so we're going to put this starter motor in and pray that it works. Drop it in. It's always very hard to get access. The angles are very bad. Start putting these bolts on, pull it in place. Okay, so I'm putting these bolts on hand tight to start off with. That's the top one. One on. It's going to be a bit more difficult. just doing it hand tight to start with. I know it's in the correct position. Now I'll use the tools. Yes, it is as awkward as it looks, as I'm holding it up with one hand and tightening it with the other hand all at the same time. It is fairly heavy. These old starters do weigh a bit. Oh, just take a break. My arms are hurting. Extender on so it's a bit less of that awkward reach for me. And I have a feel to see how tight it actually is. I won't over tighten, just in case I don't want to break anything or lose the thread or the shape of the bolt and the nut. Okay, that feels on pretty tight. Shake. Okay, that's fairly tight. I wonder if I can tighten the bottom in. It feels pretty good. And I think that'll be enough tightening. Okay, that's it. Stand up. Now it's time to put the wire on. Back in its place. Trick, I'm going to use the other bolt to get the right size, so that way I can be ready to tighten straight away. Now I'm not going to over tighten this because I noticed the other starter motor, the original, actually had the bolt snapped off from over tightening. and it's quite short. I don't want to recreate that situation on this one, but I do need it to fairly tight contact so that the car will start. So I'm then going to put the second one on to lock the first one in place so it doesn't unscrew itself when it gets hot and expands. It will also provide extra conductivity through the brass or copper fitting back through the thread, meaning it's more of a contact patch for the actual starter as well, and doubles for that. I think that's on fairly tight now. Yep. Let's give it a start. Okay, moment of truth. Come on, at least the starter's turning. It's just been sitting here for a while now. Starter sounds good. Come on, wake up, Rover. I'll put a bit of choke. Ah, I wanted some choke. It works. Great. A working starter. Thank you, Chris. You're awesome. And there are many other parts that we will be putting on probably in our next video. But so pleased to have the car working again. That's so awesome.
So guys, if you want to see more videos on Lockie and Lukey, remember to like and subscribe. Toodaloo!